So this is the first area where you had an encounter.
Yep, and this is what started it for me, was right here. And so this is the area where the camp was, and right over there by that pine tree is where we found our first 19-inch footprint. Okay, this area here, this flat area, is where we pitched our tent the night that it got squished. It was a cold camp. We had no fire or anything like that. We basically just threw out our bedrolls inside the tent and went to sleep. About 3 o'clock in the morning, the tent got squished down on us, and my wife reached over and grabbed the pistol and cocked the hammer, and as soon as she did that, the tent popped back up into a dome. We're currently at the place where I spotted my first Bigfoot. There's a road right back behind me, about 20 yards. I was coming down that road in my pickup truck, and I just happened to see him stand up out of a group of rocks down here. And I saw him, and he looked at me, and I looked at it. And of course I slammed on my brakes to try to reverse course so I could get a better look. But the expression on his face was, "I've been seen." You know, and then he took off running downhill, disappearing down in there. That happened 6 years ago.
Right up here, we're gonna get closer. There's a pile of rocks. This is not accessible easily by anyone. We just took a half an hour trampling through these thorn bushes. I'm wearing shorts. Scampering up here is not easy. There's no trail. And yet, here on this ridge is a very organized pile of rocks at the entrance of that cave, as if someone had stacked them. So we'll check that out. Okay, so we made the top here, and this is really interesting. These rocks are very organized, definitely stacked on purpose. The beginning of this part of it looks like it's just a little cove. Let me lighten this image here. Like it's just a little cove. I don't see any evidence of a fire or anything. If someone were in here just to mess around, spend the night or whatever, make a little fort, a person hasn't been living in here, I wouldn't say, but there's an indentation right here. Looks like for somebody to sit down, maybe. Don't see anything else around here. We'll check. This is a second interesting little structure. Could be that they're just falling over, but as Mitch pointed out, it doesn't seem like the ends of them have any roots. Looks like they've kind of deliberately been placed here.
No, it's over here putting out the fire. I heard something right in there.
Wait a second. My eyes are just playing tricks on me, aren't they? It's not a face, is it? Right here?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Stand perfectly still.
Yeah. We need the thermal camera.
I'll kind of stand here, because as long as I'm standing here kind of looking that way, they won't move.
I'm gonna keep filming right there.
Okay.
He's down and to the left.
Okay, I have 3 of them that I know of that are in here: Hooter, Whistler, and Squeaker. Squeaker's the high-pitched one, and I think that's a young one. Whistler, I think, is a big male, and then Hooter, I think, is a female, and she's more than likely tracking the smaller one, Squeaker, because she's always associated, her noise is always associated with Squeaker. So when you hear Squeaker, then a short time later you'll hear a Hooter, and so forth. So this is not birds. These are basically nocturnal creatures that are out there that are making these noises.
There's something happening.
Yeah, there's something snapping behind us.
Oh, I just saw a fish in the water.
Did?
It's not pine cones because there's too many bushes.
This lighting is really bad for this camera.
Do you have a thermal?
Thermal's right. It's over on the table. I'm gonna put the night vision on this camera though. So it's almost 10 o'clock. We got Tina here in her hoodie. We just had dinner. We had quesadillas, it was very good. And we got the generator going, which powers Mitch's shed, his trailer. And up here up top we have these IR floodlights, if you can see them, that are ready to go, and he'll turn those on if he has anything turn on his motion sensors, which we placed out on the picnic table. And he's got a window right here that he opens that we're hoping we can film behind with his IR camera. Is this, you say this is reinforced plexiglass, huh?
Yep.
Look at that. So we turn the generator off here in a moment. I don't know if you can see this, but this is a parabolic mic that he's set up. So he'll be inside monitoring. And basically what we, if you don't mind, can you see me okay?
Yep.
Basically what we have is just a very basic system. If he has the motion sensors go off inside the trailer, we're going to be over here in our tent, and he'll just radio us where the radio's turned down. And then we're going to focus all of our attention. I've got my thermals, night vision, all that we're going to point out towards the picnic table where we've put food. We've put out some meat, I think, from the quesadillas that's leftover chicken. We have some cookies and a Diet Coke. One of the videos that Mitch has is of some bipedal creature, entity, person, Bigfoot. It looks very defined, outline, going through his stuff and pulling out from the cooler a soda. So we would like to test that out and see if there's anything particular that they like. Tonight it's Diet Coke, isn't it? Right. Diet Coke. A lot of times he likes to use candy bars and stuff. Up there in the meadow we left some sugar cookies, and we have little tiny sugar... That's a weird motion. We have little tiny sugar cookies. Trail camera set up here in the corner. Just looks down on the motion sensors, which are back to back, with our quesadilla chicken, Diet Coke, and 8 sugar cookies. I ate 3 of them already because I didn't know it was supposed to be for Bigfoot. I got hungry and they were good. Okay, this is night 2. This is the cabana, the fly tent that we have set up over the picnic table. You can see right there on the table, I think we've got the Diet Coke. We've got some Reese's Pieces. Yeah, I know it was E.T., but Mitch says that they like them too. The cookies from last night and a jar of peanut butter, which I think he left over here on the stump. There's that stump. Here's a campfire next to the camping chair. And we just cut down these bushes that were right basically 10-20 feet in front of us. It's a full moon out. We got a lot of ambient light. We've been hearing this whistling still. It's getting closer. Mitch has his radio in the trailer next door to us. You can see on the very end of the table are the motion sensors looking both directions. So if this whistling is Bigfoot and he comes closer, then Mitch will give us a signal when that goes off. We'll start recording with thermal and with night vision from our tent. We're just barely looking out the bottom of the zippered fly. Mitch, did you hear that? Did you hear that? It was a very low, echoey sound. I don't know if it was an elk. It sounded like very loud.